So our first exercise for our warm-up is going to be our side lunge movement with the punches. So we're going to lunge out to the side and we're acting like we're ducking under something. Coming up, give them a 1-2 punch, ducking back under, other side, 1-2, going back and forth. Nice and easy. 30 seconds on the clock and begin. And then my girlfriend's joining me today. So look at her, look at me. We'll probably be doing different variations of the workouts today. So I'll get some modifications in there. And then as always, Coda's here on the floor, just hanging out. 5 more seconds. All right. And then our next one is going to be knees to chest. Feet about shoulder width apart. Hands up by our ears. Bring one knee up. Other opposite elbow down towards it. So right elbow, left knee, then switch. Left elbow, right knee. Should feel this in your core. And it's working a little bit of balance too. 30 seconds and begin. As always, going at your own pace. As fast or as slow as you need to go today. Quit. And time. Great work, everyone. We'll do our arm circles. Start by going forwards. Nice small circles, arms straight out to the side. And we're going to gradually get bigger. I'm going to switch it backwards halfway through. I'll let you know. 30 seconds and begin. Small circles. Start getting a little bigger. And some big circles. Big circles going forwards. And switch going backwards. Small circles. Start getting a little bigger. And biggest circles going backwards. Perfect. And time. Our last one is going to be a jumping jack. We start with our feet together, arms on the sides. Going to jump up, and our feet are going to go out, go wider, and our hands are going to come up above us. And if that's not available to do today, we can also do stepping out, like Emily was just demonstrating there. Step out to the side, hands up, other side, just back and forth. At your own pace, 30 seconds on the clock, and begin. Just getting the heart rate up, ready for our exercises today. And time. The first exercise is going to be reverse lunge. Have our feet about shoulder width apart, toes facing forward. One foot is going to go back. So we drop down to that lunge position, knees in line over our toes on that front leg, going down to our back knees just above the ground and pushing back up. And I'll show you that from the side. Again, one foot goes back, and then we're pushing back up. And we're going to alternate legs. If you have the weights, you can hold them at your sides, or when we have one, we can hold it in goblet position, like we've done with the squats. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, and begin. As always, remembering to breathe through these exercises. And time. Great work, everybody. Next exercise will be our RDL, so we're going to keep our weights. For this one, we're going to hold the weights in front of us. Feet, and stay that same shoulder width distance apart, toes forward, soft knees. We're going to keep our weights close to our legs as we push our hips back. Lowering those weights so you feel a stretch in your hamstring and pulling back up. You want to keep your torso nice and straight, tight core as we go down to feel that stretch. And then squeeze your butt at the top. 30 seconds on the clock and begin. Going at your own pace here. As you can see, my girlfriend can go down a lot farther than I can. I've got some tight hamstrings today. Everyone's a little bit different. And time. All right, the next one's gonna be a back fly. You can do this with a band or with weights or without anything. And I'll show you all three. With the band, go out in front of us. And we're gonna be having our hands about shoulder distance apart. Arms go out to the side, pulling the band apart, squeezing with our back. With the weights, we're gonna go into that bent over row position that we've used. Straight torso, slight bend in the knees, weights hanging down in front of us. Our weights can go out to the side and then slowly back down. If your weights are a little bit heavy, you don't have lighter weights, you can bend at the elbows. That'll make the weights feel a little bit lighter since they're not as far out. And then you can do either one of those movements without any weights. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready and begin. Halfway there already. You should feel those shoulder blades pinching together like you're trying to squeeze a penny between your shoulder blades in the middle of your back. And time. All right, the next one we're gonna come onto the ground for. We're gonna do a chest press. If you don't have any weights, you can always do a push-up, and I'll show you some variations on that one as well. But for the chest press, we're gonna have our weights in our hands. Our elbows are gonna come straight out from our shoulders, and we're gonna press the weight up towards the sky, squeezing our chest at the top. You can have your knees bent like this, so your lower back is on the ground. I'm just gonna press the weights up and lower back down. And you can have your arms anywhere from straight out to the side of your shoulders, all the way to at your sides. We'll work the muscle slightly differently by changing where the elbows are. 30 seconds on the clock. Oh, sorry. You can also do the push-ups, either against the wall, on any elevated stable surface. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready and begin. And time. Staying down on the floor, we're going to do a dead bug. So we're going to flip onto our backs. For this one, we're going to have our arms straight up in the sky. And we're going to bend our knees and lift our feet off the floor. So we're creating that 90-degree angle right there. So what we're going to do is you pick one hand and the opposite leg, and then you're both going to reach out from your body. So your hand's going up and your legs going down and out. And then we'll bring it back to center and switch. Alternating back and forth. at your own pace. Keeping that low back, pace it on the ground the whole time. You want to protect that back. 30 seconds on the clock, and begin. If this is not available to you, you can also do the knees to chest that we did for the warm-up. And time. Perfect. 2 more exercises we're going to stand up for. Next one's going to be our bicep curls. For that one, you can grab a weight or a band. If you're going to use a band, you can step on it like I'm doing here. We're going to have our hands down at our sides, palms facing forwards as we move at the elbow, bringing our hand up towards our shoulders. Nice and easy, going at your own pace. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, and begin. Great work, everybody. So we're keeping that back.
Yeah.
All the way back. Don't let those shoulders roll forward. Nice, strong.
Just have fun.
And time. All right, time for the cardio. We're gonna do some square jumps. We've done these ones before. Pretend there's 4 dots on the ground in front of us. We're gonna hop forward to 1 dot, over, back, and then back to where we started. If you don't want to jump today, we just march in place. Everything at your own pace. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, and begin. If you're doing the jumps, make sure we're keeping those soft knees. Don't land with straight, rigid legs. And protect our joints. Absorb that impact. If you're going in a square, go ahead, switch directions. Go the other way. A little bit of a mental exercise too. And time. Here we go, 30 seconds. Just like with our exercises, we want to make sure that we're breathing through these stretches. 10 more seconds on this stretch. And time. Standing up onto our 2 feet, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So our feet maybe about shoulder width apart, legs straight. You can have a slight bend in your knees, but we'll keep that same bend through the whole movement. Reaching down like we're touching our toes, just like that RDL movement. So you feel that stretch in your hamstrings. We're gonna go 15 seconds, and then with our torso nice and straight, in the last 15 seconds, we're gonna relax down into that stretch. Going down as far as we can. 30 seconds, and begin. Again, first 15 seconds, you're keeping that torso nice and straight, feeling that stretch. Back of your legs. And 3, 2, 1, relax down to that stretch. Going down and trying to touch your toes. Remembering to breathe. And 2, 1, time. Standing up slowly. We're actually going to come down onto our backs for a glute stretch. So in the seated position, you're going to cross one leg over the other. So that my right ankle is going just below my left knee. And I'm going to reach through my leg, and I'm going to grab that leg straight and pull it towards me. So I rock down onto my back. You feel that one on that right glute. I'm going to go 30 seconds on each side. Ready, and begin. Stretching out our piriformis muscle. And coming up, we're going to switch sides. So this time my left ankle is going over my right leg, and I'm reaching through the middle and around the side to grab that right leg. I'm pulling it back, rough back. I'm going to stretch for 30 seconds on this side too. Ready, and begin. One more stretch after this, and I will let you all get out of here and get on with your day.
I think I'd rather just sit here and stretch for a while and not go back to work. Can we do that?
And time. All right, so for our chest stretch today, got a couple options. One of them, you have your hands behind your back, your fingers interlocked, and raising them up. We keep our head and our torso nice and straight, and you should feel that your chest muscles. Or if you have a wall, you do one arm at a time, putting that arm back behind you, turning in. You can even so my right arm stretches, so I'm going to put my right leg forward as I turn it. Make that stretch a little bit more intense. Whichever way you want to do it, I'll tell you when to switch if you're doing one arm. 30 seconds on the clock, and begin. Either way, great work today, everybody. Excited I got to be a part of this, and I hope you all continue doing this. Switch sides if you're on one arm. Another 15 seconds here. And 3, 2, 1, time. Great job, everyone.